Twin Falls to go do a hike. I think I see a seal up there. Those might look like rocks, but they're actually turtles. I'm guessing that's where it erupted.
Give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out. Give it a go and ask around. Only takes a try, yeah. Even if she tells you no, then at least you know. So give it a go, give it a go.
After having an incredible time whale watching in our last episode, it was time for our next adventure. In this episode, we will be exploring the perfect hike for families, seeing some endangered species, and going to the top of a volcano. First off of the day is Twin Falls, which is a popular family-friendly hike on the island. When visiting Hawaii, it is important to respect the land and all of the natural resources. Today we're at the Twins waterfall to go on a hike. Come along. Twin Falls hike is a very mild hike. It is only about a mile long and perfect for kids. Twin Falls is a trail we have actually done as a family multiple times, and we know the trail very well. However, this time the falls looked very different to us. There must have been increased rainfall in the mountains because the river was gushing more than we've ever seen before. We were here 2 years ago, and that was definitely not there. Here are some pictures we took a couple of years ago. Boy, has this area changed. We came up to the gate that you normally pass through to get to the Twin Falls. There is always a caution sign, but this time it was completely closed. The Twin Falls are actually up this way, but it looks like it's closed. It's closed due to flooding. Last time we actually went through this gate to get to it, so closed, I don't know. It's probably not safe. So time to go on the smaller trail. So we went to go check out some of the new waterfalls that had developed due to the flooding. This is amazing! As we were walking along the trail, we even came across some fruits that are popular in Hawaii. Apples, can we eat it? I could stay here all day.
We just have to believe it. We can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale.
The nature in Hawaii is so unique and stunning. Because Hawaii is so isolated from the rest of the world, evolution took place completely different. Many Hawaiian plants and animals are only found in Hawaii and nowhere else in the world. After some really cool exploring, we came across what is now known as Twin Falls. As we've said before, we've done this hike about 5 times over the past 12 years, and we've never seen this waterfall. It was actually neat to see this area in a completely different formation than what we saw just 2 years ago. After exploring Twin Falls, we headed to a beach that we know has some really cool wildlife, and sometimes even an extremely endangered species. Do you see what Sage sees? Those aren't just rocks, they're actually sea turtles sitting on the shore. Whoa, they look like rocks.
Yes, they do look like rocks, but they're not.
Those might look like rocks, but they're actually turtles. The reason why you don't see any tourists or people near the sea turtles is because it's actually illegal to touch the sea turtles or disturb them in any way while you're in Hawaii. After seeing the sea turtles, we went to a different part of the beach so we could go play in the sand. But little did we know there was another big surprise in store for us. I think I see a seal up there. The seals come up to the shore to sleep so they don't get eaten by sharks. But the monk seals in Hawaii are extremely endangered, and it's very rare to see one. In Hawaii, you have to stay 15 meters away from the monk seals. And harassing them in any way can result in a $50,000 fine or 5 years in jail. In our video footage, the monk seal looks small, but we are pretty far away from it. But when we zoom in, you can see that the monk seal is almost as long as the jet ski. Monk seals are about 7 to 8 feet in length and weigh up to 450 pounds. Hawaiian monk seals are one of the most endangered seals in the world. It was a very special experience getting to see one in person because there's only about 1,400 left in the entire world. After spending a little bit more time at the beach, we rested that evening at the hotel to prepare for an even bigger event tomorrow.
I just loaded up the car with all of our jackets because it's going to be cold where we're headed today.
We're headed to a very special spot on Maui called Haleakala Volcano. As you may know, all the Hawaiian islands were formed by volcanoes, and Haleakala is the one that created Maui. It is no longer an active volcano, but the landscape is really unique. You do have to pay for entry because it is a national park. We bought the yearly national park pass and it was $80 at the time. My sister and I fell asleep during the drive, which is actually a good thing because it's a pretty windy road and you can get car sick. When we got to the top, it was really clear why Mom had brought all of our warm clothes because it was freezing. It was about 40 degrees when we were up there, and this was April. By the way, it's really cold up here. I have 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of pants, 2 jackets, 2 shirts, gloves. I have my hat on, and I lost my tooth last night, if you're wondering. The top of Haleakala has a really unique landscape. It almost looks like you landed on Mars. I'm guessing that's where it erupted there.
I can't help but think that the camera doesn't capture it all.
Then Rory wanted to recreate a picture that Mom and her took together back in 2011. And of course Sage wanted to jump in there too. At the top of Haleakala, there are actually a lot of hiking trails. This trail we're doing right here is rather short and just takes you up to see a better view of the crater.
Has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season.
We of course took some fun photos and then headed back down. Haleakala is a really sacred place in Hawaiian culture and is important to respect this land.
We could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between.
It is a dwelling place of the gods and where Hawaiian priests conduct ceremonies. Haleakala is known as the house of the sun, and the sun is the source of all life. As we got back to the parking lot, my sister and I were a little tired, so we decided to sit in the car. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad decided to hike into one of the craters, which was a really cool experience.
What are y'all doing in here?
Mom, I finished the poem. On the way back down the volcano, we got a really cool experience of driving through a cloud. Literally water!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's water!
I feel like I'm getting, like splashed by like a puddle.
Yeah,
So like sprinkling.
it's literally water! We drove back to the hotel, and the next morning we ate the rest of the food in the fridge.
Last morning in Maui.
But we wouldn't be leaving the Hawaiian Islands yet. We were headed to the big island of Hawaii.
With the whole world at our feet.
Are you ready for our next adventure?
There is nothing in
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. Bye!